Hi everyone, I'm Webster, and for the next 3 days, we'll be hiking along the Ohlone Wilderness Trail that expands 28 miles and 8,000 feet of elevation gain. Along the way, we'll see tons of cows, go to some of the highest peaks in Alameda County, and see some great views along the hills. Let's get started. So I just got onto the trailhead. We're doing about 12 miles and 3,500 feet of elevation today. I'm already seeing some cows on the trailhead, and it's looking pretty foggy at the top, so we'll see how the view is up at Mission Peak in a little bit. So we're just under a mile into the trail. We're already getting a nice view of the Bay Area. Next stop is Mission Peak, and then after that it's going to be Eagle's Eye, where I'll be staying at camp for the night. So we're a little under the fog line right now. Once we get past this upper hill, we'll be in it. Looks pretty scenic right over here. Try to take a picture with my film camera, so we'll see how it turns out. So the Ohlone Wilderness Trail is out to the left that way. We're going to take a detour to the right up Mission Peak. As you can tell, the fog is moving really quickly up there. It's like going to be super windy, and we'll see exactly how windy it is up there pretty soon. Made it up the first half of the incline, so got the rocky portion to go. It's getting a lot windier. So I just made it up to Mission Peak. It's very foggy and windy up here. Can't really see much of anything. Next up we'll be going to the Ohlone Wilderness Trail and then going to Eagle's Eye, where we will camp for the night. So we'll get back started after I take a little snack break. So I just finished eating and the sun came out. All the fog is gone. It's looking a lot more clear out on top of Mission Peak. You can see San Antonio Reservoir out in the distance over there. And you can't see Mount Diablo quite yet, but it's over in this direction. So we just finished our detour to Mission Peak, and we'll head back onto the Ohlone Wilderness Trail. It's going to be about another 9 miles and 1,000 feet of elevation, so the hard half of the day is done. So I'm about 4.5 miles in. These winding roads look a little neat, so I'm gonna stop and take a few photos of them. I got my Fuji GW690 medium format film camera here. I just finished a roll of Kodak Gold 200, so I'm gonna be switching to Ektar 100. I heard it's really good for landscapes, so we'll test it today and see how it goes. So I'm about 5.8 miles into the trail. Haven't seen anyone since Mission Peak, so this part is not very popular, but the views are just as great. You can see the hills turning a little bit brown, but we had rain last weekend, so everything's still pretty green and lush. In about a month, everything will probably start to dry out and look a lot more golden. Got a little turkey vulture on the trail. He's got something in his beak. So I've done 8.5 miles and it's 11:50, so perfect time for lunch. I've got tortilla, peanut butter, and dried cranberries. So I'm gonna make a little sandwich and refuel up. So I just finished up lunch. It's about 3.5 miles to our camp, so we'll be there shortly. Got some more cows waiting by the stream, cooling off it looks like. So I finally made it to camp. It's Eagle's Eye. There's my picnic bench. My campsite also has a rock outcropping, which lets me have this beautiful vantage point. Overall, it's been a great day of hiking. Got about 12 miles and 3,400 feet of elevation in about 5 hours and 40 minutes. I'll just go ahead and set up camp and then relax for a little bit. Got my tent set up with my sleeping bag and sleeping pad. And then I also have a nice view of that tree over there. So I'm going to be eating dinner now, and it's going to be ramen with chicken. And I pre-soaked the ramen a little bit so it cooks a little bit faster. So this is the final product, some chicken chunks with ramen. For chicken that comes in a pouch, it's better than expected. It's also really warm, which is nice. Good morning, everyone. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I got some oatmeal and dried cranberries for breakfast. Got about half a bottle of water, so I'll have to fill that back up. For today, it's going to be about 11 miles and 3,000 feet of elevation, so it's going to be a pretty similar day to yesterday, but I'm planning to leave around 7:30 to 8, so it should be about 6 hours of hiking. It's pretty foggy, so the clouds rolled in overnight. It was clear yesterday, but hopefully it clears up again this afternoon. My sleep was good. Slept at around 8 to 9 yesterday because I was tired, and then slept for like 1 to 2 hours before I woke up and just continued that cycle till the morning. But tent stayed up, everything was good. I'm ready for today. We're leaving camp around 7:50 a.m. Now we're on to Rose Peak, Discovery Peak, Murrieta Falls, and Stewart's camp for the night. So get started early. Hopefully we'll be arriving around 2 p.m. So it's raining pretty hard right now. There was just a lightning strike, so I'm not gonna go any higher for now. Right now I'm just tucked under my tarp and a rock face, so I'll just be here until the rain dies down, if it dies down, but we'll see where we go from here in a bit. So it's been about 30 minutes since the rain stopped. I looked at the forecast and it looked like the storm may have moved on. Still really foggy, but it looks like it's a good time to proceed now. So here's the makeshift shelter I made. It's just a tarp with rocks in the corners to hold everything down. And it was just off the trail right here, so really close by. I was lucky these rocks were here. Just made it past the horde of cows, about 2.5 more miles till Rose Peak. Here's the fork between Maggie's backpacking camp and Rose Peak. We'll go to the right to see Rose Peak, even though the views are probably going to just be all fogged out. We made it to Rose Peak, standing at 3,817 feet tall. This is the second highest peak in Alameda County. The views are expected, nothing but fog. You can really tell how fast the wind is going with all the fog rolling over the top of the mountain. So it looks like the path to Discovery Peak is private property, at least the one I planned out, so we'll be skipping that and then going either to Murrieta Falls or Stewart's camp now. So I'm currently doing the detour to Stewart's camp. Just finished up a bunch of downhill, which means I'll have to do a bunch of uphill in a little bit, which is unfortunate. Fog's clearing up a little bit. It looks a little foggy at the top, but where I'm at is pretty clear. Got lunch already, just off to the side of the trail on these rocks. Got some more tortillas, peanut butter, and dried cranberries. So I just finished lunch. Gonna head over to Stewart's camp, which is about 2 miles from here. A lot of dead trees in this area. There's probably a wildfire here a few years back or something. Got some lily pads in this pond, but I don't see any frogs. Made it to camp. This is called Stewart's Camp, and it's about half a mile from Murrieta Falls. So I got my tent and campsite all set up. I'm gonna be heading over to Murrieta Falls, so I'll only be bringing my camera and some water and snacks. I won't be taking my full bag. A lot of ponds here at Murrieta Falls. Probably gonna take a few pictures with my phone camera. So I'm coming back from Murrieta Falls. The waterfall itself with just a trickle, but the pond surrounding it was really nice and serene. I'll probably try to come back again next year after a heavy rain and try to see if the waterfall is flowing a lot more. So here's the permit that you need to hike the Ohlone Wilderness Trail. There's a whole bunch of backpacking and park rules, as well as a map of the entire trail. For my journey so far, we started in the Stanford staging area, then went to Mission Peak, and then eventually camped for the night at the backpack camp, which is here. I stayed at Site 6, which is Eagle's Ire. And then today I hiked from Eagle's Ire all the way over to Stewart's Camp, which is up here. And then tomorrow I'll be hiking from Stewart's Camp to the end of the Ohlone Wilderness Trail, and then either exiting out of the Valle exit here or somewhere in Livermore up around here. I haven't decided yet. It will probably be depending on how I feel tomorrow morning. Got some more chicken and ramen for dinner. We'll let that heat up for a little bit and then add the chicken. Last but not least, the flavor packet. And dinner is complete. I'll probably bring sriracha or some sort of hot sauce next time, just to have some more flavor in it. Well, I'm gonna finish up dinner. I'm not sure how many miles I did today because of the detour, but I'll put it on the screen and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Got some more oatmeal for breakfast with dried cranberries. Sleep was okay last night. It was a little bit colder than the previous night. Got some condensation on the tent. I think it was lower 40s yesterday. For today, I think I'm going to be doing the long route. So it's going to be 19 miles and 1,700 feet of elevation. So it's a little less elevation than the past few days, but it's going to be about 3,000 feet of descending. I checked the forecast this morning. It's going to be blue skies ahead of us. No clouds or rain predicted. I got 2 more shots on my phone camera, so I'm probably going to be doing 1 shot at Lake Del Valle and then maybe 1 more at Sycamore Grove Park. I just got to clean up camp and maybe leave within an hour, so maybe depart at 7 o'clock. Campsite's all packed up. Just going to refill my water and then head out. Del Valle is the direction we want to go, so we'll go that way. Skies are nice and blue, no fog in sight. Definitely a welcome change in weather compared to yesterday. This tree has a ton of holes in it, and in each hole there's acorns, so a bird or squirrel or something has been storing those away. It's pretty neat. You could see some fog in the distance, but it shouldn't pose a problem. Looks like now we're starting our 3,000 feet of descending. Looks like we got a little bit more uphill to go. Just took a wrong turn and hiked up this hill. Probably added another mile and 200 feet of elevation. So time to get back down and go on the right path. Now we're on the right path. Looks like I zigged when I should have zagged again. We made it to the Ohlone Wilderness sign-in panel. Right now we are right here. Over here is where the trail ends. And then where we're headed will be up over here somewhere. Hills are a lot more brown on this side of the trail, but we have Lake Del Valle in sight. So we just finished the Ohlone Wilderness Trail. Took a total of 2 days, 2 hours, and 25 minutes. For my personal goal, we're still not done. I got another 10-ish miles to go. And I'm just gonna fill up my water at the water spigot. It's the last water source that I'll find along the trail. Top everything off and head out again. It's just a leisurely stroll in the park now. Heading along the East Shore Trail now. I'm just here in the shade for a little bit, taking a water break. These last few miles are really uphill, but we're almost there. I'm gonna keep chugging along. On the north side of Lake Del Valle now, and you can see the dam on the other side. The hills are a lot drier over here. Heading up to our last incline. Gonna take a break in the shade and eat some lunch. It's gonna be the same as the past 2 days, peanut butter and tortilla. Just made it to the top of the hill. 3 miles left until the finish line. Little golf course on this side of the trail, and the other end of Lake Del Valle on this side. Great views no matter where you look. I just finished hiking the East Shore Trail, and I'm just on my way to the end of Sycamore Grove Park. It's about 2.5 more miles away. If you guys have any questions about the Ohlone Wilderness Trail in terms of hiking, backpacking, or permits, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you. But for now, let's keep on going. We're almost there. Nothing too interesting on these roads, just have to follow the dirt path to the parking lot. About a mile to go. Here's the Sycamore Grove parking lot, so that means our journey has come to an end. We end this day with around 20-ish miles, which brings the grand total to around 42 miles, 8,000 feet of elevation, and we completed it in 2 days, 7 hours and 30 minutes. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I'll see you guys in the next one.